Hey guys, Trigger Happy John coming at you with another Diablo Immortal video. I am joined today with Top Ranking Noob. This guy is actually a warband member of mine, a good friend of mine in Aftershock United, fellow content creator. And today we really wanted to talk to you and bring to you some information that I think a lot of people need to be well aware of. And unfortunately, I am stuck as a Crusader. You guys all know this, and it's super frustrating and super unfortunate. But Top Ranking Noob still a Demon Hunter, and he has this information. He's done the test for me, so I didn't have to. So let's go ahead and let's talk with him and find out about it, because you definitely don't want to make sure that you are doing too much cooldown reduction and screwing yourself over.
Going on, John? Yes, I have the privilege of still being a demon hunter. Definitely sucks to be you if you cannot be a demon hunter. Sorry if you made some very bad bets in your past.
Yeah.
How many more weeks are you gonna be stuck on Satyr to complete this bet, John?
So I'm pigeonholed for another 2 more weeks, unfortunately, on the Crusader. After 2 more weeks, I can finally go back to my love child, which is the Demon Hunter, and I plan on doing this for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I'm literally going to go back to Demon Hunter for minimum 2 to 3 weeks, for sure.
Right.
For
Gotta
sure.
gotta be able to make the content on the greatest class in the game, without a doubt. So
Exactly. So,
but
um,
there's some limits when it comes to this
yeah.
class.
So let me go ahead and I just want to pull up really quickly, guys. So I want to just pull up. So you did a full on like legit video talking about this, and it surprised me. Like, I wasn't sure like what was going on or why this was a thing. But you guys can see here on my screen right now where it says Diablo Immortal cooldown reduction cap. That video, which I don't know why people really need to watch your channel, Noob, but cooldown reduction cap. This was literally a hidden cap. Let's go ahead and I want to talk about it, because I feel like this is one of those things where this is another hidden cap that people are not recognizing. You want to kind of elaborate a little bit more as far as like what that entailed? Like, how did you realize there was a hidden cap?
Well, I think early on in this game, you and I pretty much had the same goal. When it comes to demon hunters, it is all about vengeance.
Yep.
There's several different builds out there, but every single demon hunter build is going to be revolved around vengeance. So my goal, along with most people's goal, was to be able to get that cooldown as low as possible. And when you start looking at awakening some of these different pieces, you should be able to get it down to, I believe, 45%,
Right.
based off of the numbers that we're reading. But I found as I started awakening all my gear pieces, I would be capped at 30, and it didn't matter what I did, it didn't matter what I awakened, I could not get past 30%. So any of my efforts after that point were just kind of a waste of resources.
Yeah. So to interject there, so what he's saying, guys, for those of you who are not aware that don't play Demon Hunter, I know this, and I'm going to bring this up now because I'm currently a satyr, unfortunately. Is he's talking about vengeance. So the idea as a Demon Hunter, and he definitely hit the nail on the head here. As a Demon Hunter, we're really going for vengeance as our main buff, because it just makes our damage do astronomical numbers. However, so we want to make sure we just decrease the cooldown as much as possible, right? So what he's getting at here is the fact that you found a hidden cap that's not clearly defined, where you had four awakened 10 or 1-star gems. Is that correct? So
I
in
did.
theory,
At this point, I took one of them off for another gym because it was kind of a wasted resource after I discovered this. So right now I'm sitting on 3 instead of 4. But I just swapped them while you were talking to make sure that they're on the important pieces for this conversation.
Gotcha. So yeah, so the big ticket item here is basically what we're throwing out here is the fact that even though we put in the resources as a level 1 gym to get to level 10, which is a lot of work, to get it to the plus 10 resonance, which once again, a lot of work, it didn't matter. Like you could not go above that 30% cooldown reduction cap. Is this correct?
Absolutely. No matter how hard you work towards other activities, you'll never get it past 30%. I do eventually want to do some additional tests later on with the
Hmm.
Bottled Hope 5-star legendary gym, because as you know, I know you're running Bottled Hope.
Yes, I
That
am.
reduces your cooldowns as well. It's possible that Bottled Hope might be able to take you past that 30%, but since I don't currently run Bottled Hope, I haven't been able to do that test. But none of the legendaries that you equip will ever take you beyond 30% at this point in the game. So essentially, by default, we have our vengeance on a 20-second cooldown. The
Hmm.
most you'll ever be able to take that down to is 14 seconds. And no matter what you do at this point, you won't take it lower than that.
So I feel like that's really important to note here because I know a lot of people who watch my channel that possibly watch your channel. Obviously, we're demon hunters at heart here. Obviously, you can still be a demon
Yeah.
hunter. I made bad choices and now I'm a crusader, unfortunately. But needless to say, the point of the matter is so we are limited. So it's not like one of those where because I took the idea and the thought process of, oh, I'm gonna use like 2 to 4 like 1-star gems. I'm gonna get those leveled up so that way I get those cooldown reductions, right? But like you found out because you did the hard work, like you already did that for us, that we're capped. It's a soft cap. It's kind of hidden that you cannot reduce a skill more than 30%. Given that we can't do this for vengeance, I I think it's reasonable assumption that we can't do this for any class. Would you agree with this, or
I
what's your
mean,
thought on this?
I I haven't played any class other than Demon Hunter, but 30% is a very nice round number. So I would find it very difficult to believe that this 30% cooldown reduction cap, it's got to apply across the board, I would imagine.
Okay.
I would be seriously surprised if it doesn't apply to all classes.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. I agree with you there for sure.
uh,
Um,
Maybe something you could test out for us on the Seder.
yeah, I'll definitely have to test it out for the Seder. I think I have one more gem on my account that's level 10. So I'll have to test it out, see if I can't get like my banner reduction or something. Unfortunately, it is so difficult when you switch classes to get all the legendary pieces of gear that you need. I'm still struggling with that today, which is why I'm just not loving the Crusader, unfortunately. But no, I feel like this is a really important topic because a lot of people out there, like I get a lot of comments on my videos. I'm sure you get a lot of comments on your videos as well, talking about what gyms you should use for which builds. And I get a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I'm using multiple 1-star level 10 gyms. Like I don't like, I really feel like this really drives home a point of these hidden caps and what this actually means for our community. Where people, I feel like people got to test a lot of this stuff in the game, even though it clearly states one thing and somehow we get another interaction. Would you kind of agree with that statement a little bit?
Man, it seems like every corner we turn, we get a new little secret cap from Blizzard on this game. And it's unfortunate. I would very much like if there was a little bit more transparency on these mechanics. Most of the mechanics we seem to discover in this game are kind of working against you rather than for you. At least that's what it feels like most days. So,
Yeah, I definitely
oh,
I can't disagree with you there. So being as you did this test for us and you figured out like because you had what 4 level 1-star 10 gems here to kind of do this thought
right.
because we thought we could really make like I think both of us had the same one track mind of like, hey, let's get vengeance down to like a 1 second cooldown so we can just constantly keep it active,
That
right?
was the goal, right?
Yeah, right. That like that's the goal. Like as a demon hunter, like if you can keep vengeance active the whole time, like that's GG. Like you're doing all the damage. Do you
Right.
think that kind of sets you back a bit, like because of this testing, because you have so many 1-star level 10 gems? Does that feel like it set you back, or do you still feel okay as far as like the money spent and time invested?
It definitely set me back. So I'm not a big spender when it comes to this game. I'm not a
Hmm.
whale. I mean, people might call me a dolphin, but that's even generous. My whole
Okay.
strategy when this game launched was for me to just focus on 1-stars because they were within my price range. while everybody else was chasing those 5 stars that I wouldn't be able to afford. Well, the truth is, once you realize that this cap is here, you realize that awakening some of these pieces really isn't going to be able to do much for you. So, for example, when it comes to vengeance, right, there are
Mhm.
3 pieces of gear that can reduce vengeance cooldowns. You have your head, your chest, and your pants. The other
Right.
3 don't have anything to do with vengeance, at least not at the time of this video, because, you know, they might add additional legendaries later on. But all of the vengeance pieces reduce your cooldown. So if you wanted to reduce your cooldown to the absolute max, it makes sense to have a level 10 gem on your head, your vengeance, and your pants until you realize this cap. Because if you're running Heart of Vengeance all by itself, if this has a level 10 gem on it, this takes you to 25% cooldown reduction, which is almost the cap all by itself. So at this point, it doesn't necessarily make any sense whatsoever if you're running a Vengeance head and Vengeance pants. Having these 2 pieces both awakened does almost nothing for you. So it's almost a waste of a level 10 gem. That's a perfect opportunity for you to focus on a level 2 or a 5-star gem. You know, so awakening some of these pieces, it for vengeance cooldowns anyways, it's a waste of resources. And obviously resources in this game are either extremely hard to come by or extremely expensive. The last thing you want to do is waste your resources. And that's basically where we were at with this.
No, I definitely agree. I appreciate you doing the test for me. And basically, guys, what he's reiterating is, like for example, I still run at least one level 10 1-star gem just because for the awakening for that cooldown reduction. But Noob made a perfect point here. Like if you are rocking the chest piece, which honestly there's not a whole lot of other better options as that chest piece, that one chest piece and a bottle of hope makes up almost that 30% cap for the skill reduction, and that's good enough. So like for example, if Noob goes to bottle of hope on that one piece, he can get rid of all of his other level 1 gems for level 5-star gems and get his resonance up even higher. So unfortunately, he did have to waste a lot of resources to kind of explain this to us and do this research for us, but we appreciate him for that. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I don't want you guys to waste these resources. Like he literally did the work for us. It's great. I really appreciate you coming on the channel and kind of talking with me about this, Noob, because I do feel like this is an important topic where a lot of new players who are playing Diablo Immortal, like they're not like normal Diablo players, right? They're mobile game players. So they don't know the testing routes. They don't know like what they're getting into. So I appreciate you doing a lot of this research, man.
Oh no, I mean, we all have to learn the hard way if we want to get interested in these kind of games. I mean, and that's basically what I did with my resources. I just learned the hard way, and I sat here and I was hitting my vengeance down there, and I'm like, why is it not getting lower? Oh my god. Is it multiplicative? Is it additive? These are all questions that we ask in our head, and then we realize, no, Blizzard just didn't tell us that there's a freaking cap. So,
Exactly.
but
Oh
yeah, like
yeah.
you said, a lot of people are mobile players, but even if they are Diablo players, this is a very different type of Diablo game. So even the experienced Diablo players are on a pretty massive learning curve with Immortal, I feel. So I
Okay.
think we're all just learning with this game, basically.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's a pretty fair argument, to be perfectly honest. Thanks for coming on the channel. Before I let you go, do you want to let the community and the people still watching the video, let them know where they can find you, what you're up to, what you got going on?
Absolutely. When I'm not goofing off with Trigger Happy John staying above his Paragon level 100% of the time, I'm hanging out on my channel. So, you know, I try to keep my YouTube channel the same as my name, TopRankingNoob. I make it easy to find me. So, you know, I do my best to make helpful videos. Is my main goal is to just like share the mistakes that I made and all that fun stuff. But I occasionally make the goof off video like this one with John, because why not? So, you know, if you want to go see a real content creator, I highly recommend you go and look at Chosen or somebody else like that. But if you want to goof off, me and Trigger are the way to go, man.
That's right. That's right. 100%. All right,
Oh.
brother. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel and doing this collab with me. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate the invite, man, and I'll see you in game, brother.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap it up. Like you heard there, Top Ranking Noob. I will link to his channel down below. Make sure you go click that link. Subscribe to our boy here. He did a lot of research on this for me. Hence why I brought him on the channel. I wanted to know. You guys know with my channel, I like to do all the research, all the spreadsheets, and he already did it, so I didn't have to, which is awesome. But that's going to do it for us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. Go subscribe to our boy Top Ranking Noob. And we will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.
Take it easy.
Peace.